Hey everybody, Eric Shriver here. We're going to drum and see what happens. We're going to work on some basic exercises, working to more advanced skill sets as we go. First thing up is exercise I call motion. It's a play off of the standard stick control exercise most of us know and love. The point of this exercise is to work on consistent sounds. Every sticking variation we do, we want to hit the drum with the same intensity. We're going to play 6/4 time signature, single strokes for a check pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pattern 1 is right hand double strokes. Pattern 2 is left hand double strokes. Pattern 3 is triple strokes. Pattern 4 is double strokes. At that point, we're going to move off that check pattern. New check pattern is going to be right hand doubles. We're going to play 4 of those and 4 hurtas. They should feel very same. That check pattern turns into the hurtas very naturally. Last pattern we're going to do is right hand triple strokes, going into single strokes twice. The goal on that one is once again turn that check pattern into the single strokes and make them feel the same. Every note of this exercise until the end is a rebounded full stroke. So think about every note coming back up to the top quickly and efficiently so we get a full maxed out rebound and a big sound out of the drum. Our fingers are nice and relaxed and our wrists are working nice and strong to get a powerful sound. The exception to the rule is the last check pattern. Those left hands, we're going to go ahead and downstroke them just to keep things nice and relaxed and a little bit more efficient. It's a little bit too long to hang out the top, feels a little awkward. There's always an exception to the rule. That's the one. The exercise, very simple concept. Playing with a great sound quality and an evenness of sound is the tricky part. If you're doing it right, this exercise is going to sound boring because every note is the same, they sound the same, they look the same, they feel the same. If you're in the audience and you're listening, you want to hear straight 60 notes and then some 30-second notes at the end. We don't want to hear any sticking changes. We don't want to feel the sticking changes. We just want to see them. So play the rhythm, not the rudiment. Make sure we hear tiga-da-da, 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 and not hurta, 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 hurta. So really focus on the sound of every single note and the intensity of every note. So let's try it. Let's play some motion. 1, 2, 1, 2. More time. Cool. So with that exercise, as you're getting better on that, you do different height variations. I play this exercise at piano a lot as well. because it works on the same concept, but almost different muscle groups. So play this forte a lot, play this piano a lot, and whether you're beginning or advanced, you should have some stick control type exercise to work on. Sticking variations and the control of the changes in the hands is crucial. So spend a lot of time working on that exercise and really focus on the quality of sound. Use your ears first, then watch your hands and fix it. Next up is an exercise I call quick accent. The goal here is to move the accent quickly. We're just playing taps and then an accent, and we want to learn how to be able to be relaxed here and then whip up that accent pretty quickly. We're not going to think a whip stroke, but we are going to think about that fast motion you're going to need to be able to connect a series of taps to an accent and not space it out. Every downstroke in the exercise, every accent is going to be a full eighth note. So tap and then space, then a series of taps. Pattern 4 is 4 taps. 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. We're going to do 8 of them. Pattern 3, 8 of those guys. Pattern 2, and then pattern 1. After pattern 1, we do pattern 1 again, then pattern 2, 3, 4. At the end of that, we go to our left hand, same thing. So it's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch hands, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, done. You're going to focus on a few things. Every accent is an eighth note. Give it a full value. Do not rush that space. So we want to hear that space between the notes. So we don't slur these rhythms. Ta, 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 not ta, 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 ta. You're going to notice that a lot in pattern 1. Ta, 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 not ta, 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 ta. So focus on that space. And then obviously you want to make sure all the taps are under control. So we don't want to crescendo to the accents. We want to get same, 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 same. Every note feels exactly the same, and then we move the accent quickly. So from a technique standpoint, keep your fingers nice and loose and relaxed. So stick and breathe and bounce. We don't want to hear this. We want to hear. If you're tight on your grip, you're going to choke off that sound quality. The exercise is going to sound very tight and condensed. And frankly, you're going to be slow getting up to the accent because all that tension just slows you down. So the exercise is a simple enough concept, but focus on those few things and let's play some quick accents. So that is quick accent, 90 beats a minute. Your challenge is to be able to connect the rhythms when we want to, and then separate the rhythms when we're supposed to as well. This is a great exercise just to learn how to be a little bit more loose and limber with the wrist turn. This applies for a lot of low to high contrast things. Very common one, inverse. It teaches us how to be able to whip up those wrists a little bit quicker and be able to stay light on the hands. So that's a great starting point for this exercise. You can do this at a beginning level, just low tempos, but you can also do this really fast. And it still helps, it still benefits in a lot of different ways. So last variation we're going to do is a play off of quick accent. I love this exercise because we can do a lot of the different sticking variations. We learned the common one. Now let's learn another very, very common pattern that I've utilized a lot. We're going to apply single strokes. So instead of single right hands, we're going to fill it in with taps. And we're going to fill the space between the notes and make sure we hear 60 notes and then 30-second notes. So every time we used to have a space, we're going to fill it up with the left hand, nice and fluid. And every time we had single right hands, we're going to do single strokes. So that's the goal of the exercise, to get up to that pattern. The first half of the exercise, we're going to do double stops. So we're really working on popping the sound. So we're trying to avoid any sort of flam sound. When you're popping it, you'll know it, you'll feel it. It's like when you're jumping on a giant trampoline with your buddy and you both hit at the same time, you pop, somebody goes flying, but you feel that difference. And that's what the goal is on the drum, to pop it so your hands are matched. And that's how we're going to check our singles before we even play the singles. So first half, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 is all double stop. At the end of that, we're going to go and fill it in with singles. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That one pattern is going to be tricky because you're not going to have a lot of space to play a bunch of taps. So whip that wrist up quickly, but still hear the rhythm. You're playing 16 notes and 30-second notes. Make sure you hear those rhythms. Here we go. Quick accent with singles. So your challenge with the exercise is to not believe the rhythms. It's going to be very easy to rush that space. And we want to make sure we hear. So lots of patience on that fluid left hand. And then get those low taps. Nice controlled and balance the hands. We want the hands to sound the same so we don't hear any sort of inflection. We want to hear just 60 notes high, 30-second notes low, back to back. And that's what makes exercise feel good, and that's what makes it groove. So thanks a lot. I hope you guys enjoy it, and good luck.